You know, the Canfield Area Council, the regional chamber, which you'll hear a little more about in a bit, which pretty much plan the agenda for this event and all of our Canfield breakfasts, likes to do some fun and unique things while educating the business community about various great topics. You may remember that in the fall of 2011, Canfield Mayor Bill Kay entertained us as he interviewed guests, Johnny Carson style, and somehow ended up holding a baby piglet at the close of the program. I'm not sure we ever laughed so hard at one of our events. And last spring, city and township officials gave their updates via ESPN's Around the Horn style. Today, we thought we'd get our students involved, but not just any students, as you'll soon see. We'll also present our 2 annual awards this morning, the Canfield Area Business Council's 9th Business Pride Award and the 3rd Spirit of Canfield Award. But before we begin, I just want to take a minute to remind you of a couple of the regional chamber's upcoming events that may be of interest. You can find all the details on our website at regionalchamber.com. On May 23rd, we will honor 29 professional women in the Valley at our 21st Athena Award Dinner, at which Ann Byler, founder of Auntie Anne's Pretzels, will be our keynote speaker. Our Young 2013 golf outing will be held on June 5th at the Mill Creek Park Golf Course, North and South courses. The event sold out last year, so you'll want to make sure that you register as soon as possible. Moving on, I would now like to take this opportunity to thank Farmers National Bank, a longtime sponsor and supporter of the regional chamber in the Canfield community. We would certainly not be able to host any of our events without the generosity of our member companies, and we're honored to have this company with us as a sponsor of our program today. Please join me in welcoming from Farmers National, Mr. John Goulis, President and CEO.
Thank you. I'm moving a little slowly. I'm checking to make sure my doctor's not here because I'm not supposed to be here. I just had knee surgery done, and I'm supposed to have it elevated, iced, and all that fun stuff. So I'm moving a little more gingerly than usual, but I'm very happy to be here. These events, particularly here in Canfield, have been exceptional. And Farmers National Bank has been a part of this community for 126 years, and we're very proud to be of service to this community. And we enjoy these events. We enjoy doing the things in this community that we think are important. Education is one of the things that's very near and dear to our hearts. We've been here to help when the 4th of July event. I think all the power grid is plugged into our grid for the event. We've had a long history with the Canfield Fair, and we just try to do the things that we need to do to support the community. In particular, education. I'm very anxious to hear about this program today because the one thing that we do take seriously is the education of our young folks. For years, we've been doing a U.S. bond program for a poster contest for grades 1 through 4. We've made a number of contributions to various universities. As a matter of fact, one of our past directors created a foundation that has made some substantial gifts to both Kent State and Youngstown State to make sure that our students have some place to go. And most recently, Farmers National Bank implemented a program to do financial literacy here in the Canfield High School and 19 other high schools around the valley. And it's a 3-year program that we've subsidized to provide 9 modules that help students learn how to prepare a tax return, a FAFSA form, how to budget. And this program is actually web-based, so that you can take it home and share it with your parents, because we're finding that there seems to be a lot of people who have a little trouble budgeting. So we're trying to share this and make sure that people use it. At this point, what I'd like to do is turn the program over to Brian Governor so we can celebrate the Canfield Area Council Business Pride Award, the Spirit of Canfield Award, and enjoy the updates given by the Canfield High School speech and debate team. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Good morning, Canfield. Thank you for being here this morning on behalf of the Canfield Area Business Council. For those of you that don't know it, the Canfield Area Business Council is a group of mainly Canfield people, township officials, city, school, and business owners that get together the 3rd Thursday of every month. We meet at different businesses around the community. 2 of the things we do are this morning breakfast, and then we also do one in the fall, amongst other things. So any of you that would like to join us, feel free. We usually meet in the mornings. I think our next meeting is in August. So if you have any questions, you can contact me or Kim at the Chamber. Okay, our first order of business today is to present the Canfield Area Council's Business Pride Award. I'm kind of reading from a script here because I don't want to miss anything. This award was created to honor businesses located within the township or city limits that exemplify ethical, moral, and professional standards in their workplace and have visibly contributed to local economic development. Companies are evaluated on business ethics and professionalism, longevity and probability for growth, community outreach, physical plant, investment, and commitment to Canfield, and of course, respectability as an employer. Past recipients of this award include Farmers National Bank, Harley-Davidson, Schrodel Skull and Investic, NAFA Hospitality, the Canfield Fair, Multimedia Farms, Edward Jones Investments, and Scarcella Furniture. So there's some very good company when receiving this award. This year's recipient is celebrating 20 years in business. Considering its location across the street from two national competitors and within miles of several others, 20 years really speaks volumes. Peaberry's Cafe and Bakery opened in 1993 and moved from Boardman to its location on Route 224 in Canfield in 2002. They expanded from a 700 square foot to 2,500 square foot in 2005 to accommodate growth. And Peaberry's offers a delectable menu of coffee and frozen drinks, hot grilled paninis and sandwiches, soup, salads, wraps, and breakfast sandwiches. And let's not even talk about the fresh pastries that are made daily. If you're enjoying the biscotti on the table or some of that, what was that called? Sticky marshmallow bun coffee cake, whatever that is. That I hope you all tried that. If not, try it on the way out. Peaberry's has generously donated that today so you can get a little taste of what so many people in the area already know. Seriously, if you haven't been to Peaberry's, they're right up there on 224. Stop in there. Every morning there's packed. There's meetings that go on there. So if you need to have a morning meeting or whatever, they're there for you. Peaberry's owner, Mark Cole, and his core group of 15 to 20 employees pride themselves on high standards of operations, and they treat their customers like family, even learning their names and menu preferences. Because Mark himself treats his employees like his own family, they tend to stay with him for many years. The Peaberry's team extends their love of business to the Canfield community often and aims to respond to a majority of requests of the donations in time and products that they give. This group has participated in the Taste of the Valley the past 4 years. They collect items of need and comfort for Marines serving overseas. They support various functions involving organ donation and transplant recipients. They feature the work of local artists in the cafe's walls, and they bring in local musicians to play on weekends in the summer. As I'm reading this, I'm kind of thinking about, I'm sure Mark isn't the kind of guy that really wants me to stand here and read all this, because Peaberry just goes about their business up there, and so I'm very proud to be reading this. As a Canfield resident himself and the parent of 2 Canfield graduates and a grandson now in the elementary school, Mark is also active in coaching youth baseball, upward basketball, and is involved in youth soccer. He also teaches children about fly fishing and fly tying in conjunction with On Target Ministries. Looking forward, Peaberry's will expand its menu to feature quick, quality grab-and-go selections and are also considering just the possibility of a drive-through to better serve mobile customers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2013 Canfield Area Council Business Pride Award recipient, Mr. Mark Cole, owner of Peaberry's Cafe and Bakery. You don't get away that easy. You can set that down.
Well, if I got to go up here before the mayor and then before the speech team, how am I going to top that kind of group? I do want to thank Brian and Regional Chamber of Commerce for this. It's kind of cool being from a Canfield community that takes a lot of pride in everything that goes on here. I'm proud in receiving this because like the dossier said, I've been here for a lot of years. My family's grown up here, and there's a lot of pride. The police, the fire, the school system is tremendous, and it is a nice place to live and to work. And it's a better place to come to Peaberry's and have coffee and pastries, paninis. So thank you very much.
Okay, quick and to the point. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. And thank you for all you do in the community. Okay, we're going to move on. Ron, you ready? All right. A few years ago, the council discussed the presentation of a new award, one that would be given to an individual and focused on that person's overall contributions to the city and township, rather than exclusively on his or her business contributions. These generous individuals constantly give of their time and resources and make us even more proud that we live, work, and play here. Our criteria is simple, but all-inclusive. For this award, focusing on 3 areas: community involvement, involvement in the Canfield schools and business accomplishments, or promotion of their business. For the past 2 years, we haven't announced the Spirit of Canfield Award recipient in advance, instead surprising them with the honor at this event. But this year, we felt compelled to announce our recipient since he has had such a tremendous impact on the entire Canfield community. Here to introduce the 2013 recipient is Canfield Area Council member, Canfield Local School Board member, and president of Oldfield Graphics, Mr. Craig Olson. Craig, come on, welcome him up here.
You know, as a result of announcing this award in advance, we did increase our attendance by 1. Annette Kay is here, Bill's wife. Bill gave me a few things to announce him with. Let me see, hold on a minute. Okay, this is what Bill pictures himself as, Ben Affleck and Argo. Let's see, I needed to use my creativity pad when I was prepping for this. He gave me a home video of all his accomplishments, 43.5 seconds. I have my 7th grade review, my summer math skills. Did you graduate from 7th grade? I think you told me you liked it so much you did it 3 times. That's what it was. And then, let's see, Bill gave me his resume. I'm only going to read a part of it today. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. Here's what it is. I got some quotes about, oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. The anger management book that you used for coaching the basketball team. Yeah, we have that. Okay. I got some quotes about Bill, and Bill truly epitomizes the spirit of Canfield. When you look up Canfield on the web, you see Bill. Maybe that's because he's mayor, but nevertheless, you see him. His mother, quote, "He's a very handsome boy." His most recent grandson, I asked, "What could you say about your grandfather?" Well, his grandson's 4 months old, but I mean, we got it. I asked his daughter, who's one of his daughters, who's a teacher at Canfield Schools, how was he growing up? And she said, he was very strict. I asked his wife to write down a few things for me. Hold on a minute. It just says, "Do not tell the story you always tell about when you were in high school and I was dating Bill and I came into the Sadie Hawkins dance in a leather suit." Okay, I won't. I mean, after all, he was the principal, and you look at him and say, my God, is she hot? What's he doing with her? I asked his peers for a few comments. I mean, he has no peers, so I couldn't get anything from it. And then here's the rest of Bill's package. Let's see here. We just have a few things. Okay, we got... oh, here's a good one. Here's a picture of when Bill was coach, in high school, when I was in high school, because there's a picture of me as his manager. And I always used to enjoy being the manager for Bill because Bill was fairly consistent in his decisions. And before he'd turn to ask me something, I'd hand it to him before he asked because I always knew where he was going with it. But anyhow, Bill was born, I shouldn't say that, 1940, right? That makes you old. Okay, all right. He graduated from Liberty High School. I know he was thrown out of many a tavern in Liberty and Girard for many years. He started his teaching career in Bloomfield schools and came to Canfield schools as a social studies teacher and basketball coach in 1964. I remember him as the social studies teacher and the guidance department. My kids remember him as a principal, and he was an exceptional principal. My father, who died a few years ago, would always tell a story of how magnificent Bill was. Bill called him one day and said, "Ed, your daughter Cindy skipped school." And my father said, "No, she didn't." And he said, "Yeah, Bill, or Ed, I'm sorry, it's right here, Cindy skipped school." And he said, "Bill, no, she didn't." He said, "I'll tell you what, you find Lori and call me back." 10 minutes later, he calls back and says, "You're right, it was Lori. My father knew who it was only you that didn't at the time." Bill taught from 64 through, Principal Canfield in 72, 73, 26 years, retiring after 35 years in public education. He then became an interim superintendent for 2 schools. The mayor of Canfield, I can go on, and I don't want to do that. But when we stop and think about who represents Canfield, there's no question in my mind, and I think most of the other people in this room, that it is you. So please help me welcome Mayor Bill Kay.